Welcome back once again, viewers. Match number 3 done and dusted. We're all set for match number 4 of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. It's going to be Abu Dhabi Smashes taking on the 7 districts, and I can promise you this is going to be an absolute blockbuster of a contest. Two very, very talented, experienced sides are going to lock horns against each other in this important contest. Right then, just a short while ago, I was there in the middle with the two captains for the all-important toss. Match number 4 of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. We're expecting to have another belter of a game. It's now time to introduce you to the two captains. On my left is Farman Ali of 7 districts. On his left is Prithvi Madhu of Abu Dhabi Smashes. And on the extreme left is our esteemed match referee, Mr. Preetham. Farman, you've got the coin. Please give it a spin.
Heads is the call. You in the top.
मुबारक हो फरमान, टॉस जीत के क्या करना चाहेंगे?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, हम पहले बैटिंग करेंगे।
आपका बहुत ज़बरदस्त सीज़न जा रहा है आपकी टीम का, तो आपने क्या बोला अपने बॉयज़ को इस मैच से पहले?
कुछ नहीं, इससे यही बात की है कि अपना जो 100% दो, अपनी एफर्ट करो और जो आपकी एबिलिटी है, जो आप करते आ रहे हो, जो आप में स्ट्रेंथ है, आप उसमें रह के करो और इंशाल्लाह रिजल्ट पॉजिटिव मिलेंगे।
चलिए, बेस्ट ऑफ लक, गिव अस अ गुड गेम।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Prithvi, unfortunately, you've lost the toss. If ever so, you would have won the toss. What was your plan?
I was just bowled either way. Even in our pre, we had bowled first and we won by chasing. I think there'll be a lot of dew coming later on, so I think it'll be helping us if we can restrict them as low as possible.
Now that you're bowling first, how much do you think is going to be a decent target you would want to restrict the opponents?
A good ground, it's a good, I think everything is good. If there's dew coming into play, I think 180 or less would be good for us, so yeah.
Best of luck, give us a good game. Well, that's the news, and the confirmation coming in from the centre is that 7 districts, they won the toss and they've decided to bat first. Yeah, it's a really good toss to win. Farman Ali had absolutely no hesitations to be batting first. This is that kind of a wicket where I believe there is plenty to offer for the batters. It is a testament to the fact we saw even in the first match. Right then, let's quickly have a rundown of the two playing 11s. Starting off with 7 districts, it's been led by Farman Ali, Aftab Javed, Awais Ahmed, the left-arm speedster, and then Farhan Khan, another bowler who clocked somewhere around 135, Irshad Khan, Lahiru Sandaruwan, Mohammad Irfan, the left-arm batter, Nabil Aziz, the left-arm spinner who will enjoy his outing on this wicket, Raheel Ali, Syed Haider Wasi Shah, and then another left-arm quality spinner followed, Wahab Hassan. Talking about Abu Dhabi Smashes, they have already had a smashing start to this tournament. They've already got a win under their belt. Ghulam Murtaza, the hard hitter, Kamal Atta, the captain, Muhammad Nadeem, Prithvi Madhu, Saurav Indigo Umaid, Yayan Kiran Rai. What a tremendous knock he played in the last encounter. Zia Mukhtar, who can forget the wicket he picked up on the very first delivery of this tournament. There's Zain Butt as well. So good to see him making a comeback in this tournament. Then you've got the likes of Muhammad Farooq Mohamed, of course a UAE capped cricketer who should enjoy his outing on this very wicket. Right then, as you can see in the background, the two umpires have made their way in the centre, and here come Abu Dhabi Smashes, the team who's had already a couple of points under their belt. The good news so far is that we haven't really seen much dew being formed. Compared to what we saw yesterday, it was quite contrasting as to there was heavy dew being formed very early in the evening, and it became so difficult for the spinners to really grip the ball and land in the right areas. Well, here they are, the two openers making their way in the centre. Want to ensure they go and just express themselves, try to ensure they get their team off to a blistering start the first 6 overs. That's where the foundation is laid. You need to make sure that you get your team off to a good start. You need to have a method in your batting. You need to come out with a plan when you are facing against a quality bowling lineup. And of course, no surprises, it will be Zia Mukhtar to be starting off, proceeding this evening in a crunch encounter between two very talented sides, of course. 7 districts They play a lot of cricket in a different region, a different city, let's say. They've played a lot of cricket in Sharjah, a team which has I think he's been very spot on with his leadership qualities. And on the other end, talking about Raheel, he too has been given a new role, and that is to come out and open. Asking the question, but I think it was an easy decision for the umpires. Instantly having a quick chat with the umpire and asking what went wrong, but I think that was a very easy decision. It was going down the leg side. It did thud onto the pads. So this is what he brings on the table. Zia Mukhtar is someone who will take the ball away from the right-handers, but then all of a sudden he will surprise you with one in-swinging delivery which comes in sharply. And also what makes it very difficult is it comes very late. So as a batter, it becomes even more difficult to really get used to the line and the length which he bowls. Quick little single, and that is what is required. They need to ensure that they don't lose wickets. Raheel Ali, Farman Ali, of course, they do have a good camaraderie. They have played a lot of cricket with each other, so they do have a good understanding. Raheel Ali, of course, is someone who likes to express himself early on. Farman, on the other end, is someone who will take his sweet time in the middle, and yeah, rightfully so. That's not come off the middle of the bat, but I think the ball doesn't have enough legs. Nonetheless, they will come back for easy couple of runs. Good toss to win, Farman Ali. He was out there in the middle and he saw that this wicket doesn't really have much to offer for the fast bowlers. Even the spinners, we didn't see much of turn and purchase. Tariq, Sarfraz, the left arm spinner. The ball was just coming onto the bat so nicely. There was hardly any grip whatsoever. Well, this is high up in the air. Who wants it? Oh, he's put it down. What just happened there? Zia Mukhtar cannot believe his luck. And Raheel survives. The moment he struck that, Raheel knew he is in trouble, and that was an easy chance. It was Zain Butt who first called, and he was underneath the ball, but just at the last bit of a second, his fellow partner called and then got involved, and look at what he's done. He's spilled this one and has dropped an absolute sitter. We'll have to wait and see how costly this could be proving. Yeah, but nonetheless, that was a very good delivery by Zia, consistently bowling in those right channels. Excellent. It's turned out to be a brilliant start by Zia Mukhtar. 6 for no loss after 1. Umaid to be sharing the new ball alongside Zia. Another bowler who does tend to bend his back, puts in that extra yard, gives everything when he comes on to ball with the new ball. But the last game, Umaid was slightly off colour, especially when he came on to bowl with the new ball. And that's all because he was bowling or was trying to bowl way too quick. And that is not really what is required on these kind of surfaces, especially with the new ball where we know that there is something to offer for the fast bowlers in the initial overs. Yeah, that's it. That's a very good delivery. Oh, mix up. This is going to be run out. Surely. Oh, my word. What was the keeper doing? That is the question which remains to be asked. I mean, Kamran Lata, the captain, why didn't he come onto the stumps? This could have been an easy run out. Yeah, they're having a long conversation now, Raheel and Farman, because surely the captain Farman Ali was gone for all money. So we've seen a catch being put down in the first over, and now comedy of error, I would say, because really all Kamran had to do is just come onto the stumps. He didn't even move. He's still standing where he was. Nice little punch. Somehow he has managed to get his hand onto it. So I believe it's a good start here by Abu Dhabi Smasher. It's just that they need their fielding to improve. We did see even in the first game quite a few drop catches, and that too when Zia Mukhtar was bowling. So the agony continues for the tall right-arm fast bowler. Oh, that is a massive hit. Forget about this one. That's not coming back. It's out of here. And it's surely broken a window or two of those cars. That's an insane hit. It was in his radar and whack. And Raheel Ali, he knew that it's come from the sweet spot of his bat. And look at this go. It's a monstrous hit. And that is one reason I was mentioning you do not want to give any early chances to somebody like Raheel Ali. He's going to make you pay for it. You can see the moment Umaid, he's gone slightly fuller. Raheel has trusted the bounce of the surface and gone straight. Stepped down the ground, has played a lovely shot down the ground this time. Oh, this is such a brilliant shot yet again, getting half a dozen more, I believe. Look at the use of the feet and a proper cricketing stroke, showing the full face of the bat, and this is another maximum. So back-to-back maxis for Raheel Ali. He's on fire. Yet again, Umaid is proving to be quite costly. Maybe just needs to slow down a little bit. Flicked away nicely. Long chase. And the fielder gives it up. The second over. And 18 runs already have been looted in this over. And that is a special shot, really. I mean, he's picked it from the middle stump. I understand it was a fuller delivery, but then again, really, Raheel Ali just flicking it away from his presence. There was an element of risk, if ever so. He didn't time or connect, because that was right onto the line of the middle stump. So they're off to a flyer, our 7 districts. Chipped in the air, quick single. Does well. Brilliant response by his captain Farman Ali. Nonetheless, it's a huge over. 20 runs coming in the second over. It's 27 for no loss. Continue bowled a decent first over. He is finding his lens. Quick single once again. Now this is really good cricket. Every time Zia is been looking to bowl in those right areas, the two batters have been giving him respect. Of course, Zia is someone who's played a lot of cricket in this part of UAE. Zia Mukhtar, tall, he's got those broad shoulders. Runs in hard and then explodes at the right moment. It's got a very smooth and a very rhythmic action, very pleasing to the eye, and a consistent performer for Abu Dhabi Smashers. Short delivery, it's been cut away with some severe power. Oh, what a shot by the captain now, who's joined the party alongside Raheel. But surely they are enjoying this outing. That is a fabulous shot. The moment he saw the ball was pitched slightly short, the captain Farman getting into such a good position early and just timing it to perfection. You could see that he never tried to hit it hard. He is one of those batters, you wouldn't really call him a power hitter. He's a complete, technically sound, compact batter. He's really been an asset for his team for quite a while now. Once again, nicely punched away. Gets back-to-back boundaries. This is some very exciting batting we're witnessing by the captain. Yet again, you could see that ball, it was pitched in the right area, but Farman, the way he gets his front foot onto the line of the ball is truly impressive. Better. I mean, you could see that Zia, he rolled his fingers over and he just took all the pace off, having a deep mid wicket in place. So it's that kind of a wicket where I think as a bowler you need to be one step ahead in the game. It's that kind of a wicket where you wouldn't say, just let's get back to our basics and let's just try to be consistent in bowling in those right areas. I mean, in the modern era, these cricketers will just create room. They will shuffle across. They will step down the ground. We already saw what Raheel did in the second over. So you need to be very, very smart in your approach. Oh, that's a very good delivery. And Raheel Ali, you could see the front foot just planting into the surface, never really coming on to the line. And good to see Farman, the captain, has straight away gone down to him and having a quick word. It's always pleasing when you have your captain alongside with you in the middle. And Farman is someone who's a very supportive captain. 10 runs so far in this over. Very healthy net run rate. Well, this is another chance. Who wants it? Oh my word. What on earth is happening in the middle? And you can see Zia Mukhtar. He's not having any of it. He's annoyed. And rightfully so. He's bowled his heart out. And you can see he's not a happy man. 38 for no loss after 3. Zia Mukhtar, I mean, I really feel for him. He bowls so well. In comes Nadeem, and this is played aerial. But the ball doesn't have enough legs to trickle away towards the boundary. 3 fielders after the ball. That's something you don't really see much often. A good start to this over. 3 runs for left-arm spinners. I think they've had a lot of success. I mean, also in this season, talking about Nadeem, is such a classy bowler. He knows where to pitch the ball. Not a very big turner of the ball, but is very consistent and precise with his line and lengths. And then if you talk about Sarfaraz, left-arm spinner, I think he was exceptional. He did so well in the last game. Didn't get much of turn. Talking about turning the ball, I think there's one name which comes to my mind. It was Riaz Khalik, nicknamed as Kaku. I think that guy will really enjoy his outing. Or they're asking the question, it has ricocheted off the thighs. That is what the umpire is indicating. Yeah, an animated appeal. So yeah, that's one bowler really. I mean, seen him much lately. He's been out of these big leagues. I haven't seen him play much of cricket. So that's one name really comes to mind. Riaz Khalik, known as Kaku, would love to bowl on these surfaces, and I think he's gonna enjoy his outing if ever so he ever gets a chance to bowl on these wickets where there's hardly anything for the spinners, but that man, he has the ability to really turn the ball. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. 43 for no loss. Well, they have a great run so far this season. 7 districts. They've clinched quite a few championship trophies to their name. They're doing extremely well in one of the local leagues happening right now in Sharjah. And now here they are. Travel to this part of the country here in Abu Dhabi Tolerance Oval. Zia steaming in. That's a wonderful stroke. That's an extraordinary shot by Raheel Ali. And you can see he was up on both his feet. That's not an easy shot to play. It was short, and he always wanted to play aerial, intentionally going over the point fielder, knowing where the fielders are. And this is what really hurts as a fast bowler, really. I mean, you give your 100%, you create those important opportunities, but there is not much support coming in from your fielders in the center. And I could see he wasn't a happy man when he bowled his second over, and rightfully so. I mean, it's not that kind of a wicket where you just come in and just bowl in those right areas and the wicket will do the rest for you. It's a very good batting wicket. So he did have a plan in his mind. He set up the batter, created an opportunity twice in this game. And both the catches, mind you, they weren't tough ones. So really, you need to be on your feet when you're playing against a quality side. Now this is up in the air. Another chance. Oh, he's put it down. Well, Prithvi Madhu, you don't want to be looking at Zia Mukhtar at the moment. What is going on out there? Now this is another easy chance. At this level, you don't expect somebody like Prithvi Madhu. I mean, he is one of the safest fielders we have in the domestic circuit, and look at what he's done. Oh, what is going on out there? Yeah, Ghulam Murtaza, the senior member in the side, is just having a polite word. He said, I know it's one of those days. I mean, how about you just continue and focus as to what you are doing, because what you're doing is absolutely brilliant. You've created opportunities again and again, and that was the third catch being put down. Unbelievable. Solid little punch here by Farman. Something you can't afford. I mean, if you keep on giving chances to somebody like Raheel Ali, he's going to make you pay. And also this kind of a track where there's nothing to offer for the fast bowlers. We saw in the first game this afternoon, the bowlers, it was a struggle for them. It was coming onto the bat so nicely until they realize it's a wicket where the variations do play a huge role. A thick outside edge, there is protection. Gets only a single, and with that single, Seven Districts have reached the 50 mark. We're just into the fifth over, so they're off to a good start. It's that kind of a wicket where you would want to surpass 180, 190. Talking about Abu Dhabi Smashers, they've got a smashing lineup. They do bat very deep. So after you know that you've already laid the foundation, laid the platform, I don't really think there's going to be any kind of pressure coming for the middle order batters, which will play a vital role in this innings. Sweet. Once again, directors is required. Oh, he's home. Well, it's all happening out there. Zia Mukhtar, he's done extremely well once again. It's the end of over number 5. It's 51 for no loss. Well, a decent first over, Mohammad Nadeem. Knocked him over. Farman Ali hasn't played the best of shots. He's tried to cut the ball when he knew it's fired onto the stumps, trying to create room. And the ball ever so slightly did keep low, so he's hit the timber and has breached the defenses of Farman Ali. And that's a big wicket going down. It's 51 for 1. Syed Haider Shah walks in at number 3 position, a very important position for his team. And he's someone who has been the backbone for his team for quite a while. And that is the number he's been going for the last season or so. And it's been very consistent if you talk about the runs he's been scoring. I think this is a very good opportunity for somebody like Syed Haider Shah to score a few runs in this opening encounter. And you can take a bit of time out there because we're just into the 6th over, and Raheel Ali and Farman Ali, they've already put the required runs on the board. Bit of a fumble by Zia Mukhtar. I'm not too sure if that is the right field for Zia Mukhtar. It's not. He's not the safest of fielders. Maybe like Farooq Momand in those areas. He's an absolute live wire. Yeah, that is not the best of deliveries. It was a hit me delivery. And that's exactly what he's done. He's struck this so nicely. Has gone towards the boundary. So what was supposed to be a good, quiet wicket over, he spoiled it by drifting one down the leg side. And he's walked it away nicely, Syed Haider Shah, to get his first boundary of this innings. Power play done and dusted. It's 57 for 1. Well, in comes another very experienced campaigner, of course, a UAE capped player. Mohammad Farooq Momand is in operation. He's a very smart bowler. I mean, I don't really think he's someone who will look to bowl quick through the air. He will allow the ball to turn by flighting the ball, give a bit of loop to the batters, and just see if there is anything in this wicket. And as I said, there's no dew whatsoever. He's a wrist spinner, mind you. So that would have been a very tough challenge for Farooq Momand if ever so there was any dew. So some positive news for the spinners in this contest. Nadeem, He's bowled a couple of decent overs, picked up an important wicket of Farman. And now straight away after the power play, they've decided to introduce one of their main bowlers in the side. Oh, that is a glorious looking stroke. Such a tough shot to execute, and Raheel Ali, he's made this look so simple. Half a dozen more. Inside out he goes. That is such a fabulous stroke. Looks very elegant every time he plays towards the offside. That's exactly what I was mentioning. You cannot afford to be giving any chances whatsoever. Once again he goes aerial. And he's got a lot of bat on this one. Make that back-to-back maxis. So he's not sparing Mohammad Farooq Momin. He's been introduced right after the power play, and he's going after their main premier bowler. And Raheel Ali is not having any of it. If it's in his zone, he's going to go after him. Mohammad Farooq Momin, he's not going to like it. Already an expensive over. Well, this is really sensible, very smart cricket are we witnessing. Raheel Ali, he knows that he's given a couple of opportunities, but he would want to just put that behind, just not overthink what he's done. Just keep looking at the big scoreboard and see what his score is. 46 and 24, brilliant. So first, of course, he needs to get to his 50 and then maybe shift gears. He's already shifted his gear, I believe. Nicely done. So another productive over for 7 Districts comes to the end. It's 70 for 1 after 7. Captain Kamarata opting to bring another left-arm medium pace bowler right after the power play. Now I assume that we might just see one more over from Nadeem because he bowled exceptionally well. But the captain, he's got his own strategy and a plan. Yunus Daur, another exciting talent. He's someone you don't expect to really come in and bowl with a lot of heat and venom. But you can always rely on Yunus if we talk about how consistent he is in bowling in those right channels. And that is the need of the hour. It is that kind of a wicket where the margin of error is quite minimal. Yeah, perfect. That's a very good delivery. But on the other end, both the batters, I think they have a great chance to score some runs. Get a few runs under their belly, and that will do a world to their confidence. I mean, it's such a great feeling every time you come into a new tournament and you get runs in your first game. Steps down the ground. Very smart bowling here by Yunus Daur. You could see Syed Haider Wasisha just showing his cards a little too early. Stepping down the ground, and this is where Yunus just fired it, darted it onto his stumps. Plenty of batting, mind you. 7 Districts, they bat very deep. Punched, but straight to the fielder. I think Yunus should consider himself lucky. 5 meters on the either side of the fielder, and this should have gone towards the boundary. Mid-off in the circle. He's got a deep point in position alongside a deep square leg, a deep mid-wicket, And a long on in position. So with this kind of field, you do expect Yunus Dawar to bowl slightly short. But at the moment, he's doing a fine job. So the decision to bring Yunus Dawar pretty early in the contest so far has gone in their favour. And also, who can forget the spell we saw in the last match, Ibrar Ahmed. I think he was very smart in his approach. He bowled according to his field. He did have a plan in his mind. The execution was spot on, and he did exceptionally well by picking up 2 important wickets. Brilliant. In his first over, it's 74 for 1. Going along well. Saeed Haider Shah alongside Raheel, who's just 2 runs shy to be getting his maiden half century in this tournament. A bit of aggression shown by Mohammad Farooq Momin. You would want to be a little careful. You would not want to wake up this beast, Saeed Haider Shah. He's someone who can really take the bowling apart. Short delivery, it's up in the air. And he's taken a brilliant catch in the deep. Prithvi Madhu can now take a sigh of relief because he did let one go in the over of Zia Mukhtar. And Farooq Momin has struck gold. Well, that was a very good catch. He had to carry a bit of a distance. But the key was, you can see that he kept his eyes on the ball and then not losing balance. Excellent catch by Prithvi. And that's a big wicket going down. It's the end of Syed Haider Shah. It's 74 for 2. Well, this is where the experience comes into play. Mohammad Farooq Momin was a little expensive in his first over. At times it does take a bit of time to adapt to different surfaces. And it just took him 1 over to pick up a wicket. And now he's opting to come around the wicket to the left-hander. And I think that's a good ploy because we know that Farooq Momin, he's got an excellent googly as well. So for a left-hander, it's always going to go away from him. That's wicket. That's one delivery. He's been picking up a lot of wickets. Mohammad Irfan, another UAE cap player, of course, has come into bat at a situation where there isn't much of a pressure. It's a new role for Mohammad Irfan. Usually he used to come out and open the innings for 7 districts. But lately I've seen that he's been given a role where he bats somewhere in the middle order. He's come at number 4 position. Oh, he's missed out. Certainly Raheel, he feels it was there for the taking, but unfortunately hitting it straight towards the fine leg fielder. So what a tremendous comeback by Farooq Momin. I mean, given 13 runs in the first over, look at what he's done. Picked up One of the most important wickets of Seven Districts and has been economical as well. Steps down the ground. This is aerial. And that is an unbelievable hit, really. I think he lost his balance, Raheel, but what a way to bring up his 50. Stepping down the ground and just losing the bat with one hand, but still it had a lot of elevation and the distance to go for a maximum, spoiling the over of Farooq Mohammad. It's 81-2 after 9. We'll have to see if the decision to bring Mohammad Irfan into the middle order, does it pay off? Because for the last 3 to 4 years, I've been seeing Mohammad Irfan come out to open the innings, and he's been exceptionally doing well in that position. But let's see if he can get a few runs and stitch up a partnership alongside his partner, who's been in some sublime touch. 54 in 30, we're just into the 10th over. So now Raheel Ali, all he needs to do is ensure he stays out there in the middle. There's plenty of overs to go. Give value to his wicket. Nicely done. That's a very good shot by Mohammad Irfan. The key was to play it as late as he could. Yunus just opting to bowl slightly short to Mohammad Irfan, but he's played a lovely cut shot, just waiting and playing it as late as he could. And it's a lightning quick outfield. Yeah, that's a dugout. You can see Farhan Khan in the background. Zain Ullah Jr., who's pretty popular in social media. Of course, he got a lot of praise by Shaheen Shah Afridi. That's walked away nicely towards deep square leg. It's a poor delivery, to say the least. Too short. And he's drifted it down the leg side. You cannot be feeding Mohammad Irfan anything towards the leg side. Yeah, very fast hands. And good flurry of the blade to get back-to-back boundaries to his name. So the first passage of this innings has surely gone into the favour of Seven Districts. Yeah, he's just losing the plot here. Kavanatha behind the stumps trying to bluff the umpire. Yeah, he's a character. You will see him coming in the next innings. Will surely come out to open, I believe, Kavanatha. The captain was exceptional with his leadership qualities. Made some great decisions in the last game. And of course was the player of the match as well. So that is one man behind the stumps who will be oozing in confidence. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. An extra bit of zip and carry and the slight bit of movement away from the left-hander. That's a top-class delivery. If ever so he can just be consistent in those areas. He's someone who bowls with a high arm action and also has a good seam presentation as well. So the only challenge is that he needs to be consistent in those areas. Nicely done. They're looking for the second and they should come back comfortably. So after this delivery, I think there will be a mini meeting happening for Abu Dhabi Smashers. Not so much for Seven Districts because they're going along well. Don't really think they need any kind of advice at this stage. The players will be having the much needed drinks break. It is hot, it is humid, the conditions are a bit mucky out there. Nicely worked away. Gets only a single to retain strike in the next over before the players will have the much needed drinks break. 93 for 2 after 10. Back after the much required drinks break, which is so essential in this part of this time of the year rather. It's hot, it's humid. He's gone aerial and he's got a lot of bat on this one. It's a fine. Half volley in the end. I was just mentioning on regards to the humidity here, the conditions out there. Well, that is Loud Appeal is asking the question. That could have easily been a wicket for Farooq Mohammad. Yeah, just a polite inquiry, and I think that pitched outside the leg stump. Yeah, if ever so, we can have a replay of this last delivery. That was a very close decision. He's asking the question, but this time it's pretty obvious it was pitched outside the leg stump. It's a good little contest, of course. These two are having a healthy banter out there in the middle, having a few words. Oh, that's a healthy banter. Mohammad Farooq Mohammad, he's a fighter. He's up for the task, for the fight now. This is going to be an interesting ball because Irfan is someone who would want that heat coming on to him. Nicely done. Sensible cricket. He's not falling in the trap. It's not getting enticed by Farooq Mohammad. He's a smart and a canny bowler. Yeah, he knows if ever so he can pick up Mohammad Irfan early. That will be a good job done by this man on the screen. He's got a wry smile on his face. 100 comes up for 7 districts in the 11th over. Wrapped on the pads, but drifting down the leg side. And I think that should be given as leg byes. We'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. Yeah, rightfully so. So he's done well. I mean, he was smashed for a huge maximum at the very first delivery. Then somehow he's managed to quietly sneak through this over, giving only a couple of runs. Would want to finish off strong. Cut away nicely. It's going to be a long chase for Zia Mukhtar, who does well. Couple of runs to end the 11th over. It's 103 for 2. Well, at the moment, 7 districts should be very pleased with the performance from the top order batters. Of course, Farman Ali giving a good start. Good to see Raheel is still out there. And that was a big wicket. Syed Haider Rashid Shah going a bit too early in this innings. And it's Umaid now, who's being reintroduced into the attack. It's a top edge. And luckily for Raheel, it's away from the fielder. So agony continues for Umaid, who's been very expensive in his first over. Mind you, 20 runs came out from his first over, and now on the very first delivery starts off with a boundary. So it's never a good feeling as a bowler when you've already conceded so many runs in your first over, and then you start off another over with the boundary. Steps down the ground. Hasn't timed this all that well. But you cannot sense the urgency coming in from Raheel Ali that he's now looking to shift gears and try to unleash and go big. He's already gone big, 59 in 33. He's doing exceptionally well. But if he can just have a cool head on his shoulders, he should be eyeing 100 here. Runs are coming thick and fast. I mean, your partner on the other end is Mohammad Irfan. So let him do the heavy job, and that is to play those aerial shots, look to play more freely. Lovely delivery. That's a good ball to deceive Mohammad Irfan. So yeah, these are the opportunities when you come out to open and you know a couple of catches have been put down early on. So that is one indication that this is your day. Make it count. 59. We're in the 12th over. Even if he just chips in with singles and doubles and gets an odd boundary, he will be reaching somewhere around 80 in maybe the 16th, 17th over. And that's where he'll have a golden opportunity to score 100 against a top quality bowling lineup. At the moment, things are under control. They are coming back for the second. This is brilliant running. Very smart batting here by Mohammad Irfan. He knew that the fielders, they're coming from the rope. That's where he played it with soft hands. He knows where those fielders are, where the gap is. And he always wanted the second. Captain Kamalata will have to think and think quickly. Yeah, nicely done. Saw the variation coming in, roll of the fingers, and that's very fun. Just guiding it for a single. So yeah, I was just mentioning on regards to the heat here in this part of the country in the afternoon. It hovers needed electrolytes going in your system. I've seen there was excessive heat even in the afternoon. So yeah, that's one thing I think the management, the staff need to ensure that they take good care of these men out there in the center. A single to close out the 12th over. It's 112 for 2. Well, we have a very exciting game in progress. Of course, two top quality sides filled with a lot of stars in their side. There's one on your screen, of course, who's gone on to play for the national team as well, Mohammad Farooq Momin. Someone who can really bowl those exceptional googlies. Most of the batters don't read the one which comes in. This is high up in the air. Is this a chance? Oh, Zia Mukhtar, he's made a mess of it in the end. I don't really think he was ever so in control when that ball came towards him. You could see he lost his balance right at the last split of a second, and he's just made a meal of it. So these are the little moments in the game where you do get the opportunities to make a comeback in the contest. Rather, what's been happening that we've seen quite a few catches being put down. And Farooq Momin, you could see how animated he is in the middle. He's not a happy man at all. Yeah, I can just sense the frustration coming in. I think he's just asking his captain to have a change of field and maybe get Zia Mukhtar in the circle. Well, it's a good start for Seven Districts in this over. Already a maximum to his name. Not too sure what the conversation is all about. But whatever it is, I think he should get along with the game. I mean, Mohammad Farooq Mohamed needs to be a little careful here. Whatever the decision has been made by the umpire, that is the final verdict. I don't really think this conversation should prolong. And now, of course, Zain Butt, who's also led this team for quite a while now, is also getting into the act. Right then, he's batting beautifully at the moment is Raheel Ali. Yeah, just is giving indication that maybe the due is now surely arrived. So, Seven Districts bowlers, of course, they do have a lot of quality spinners. That's a very good delivery. Excellent ball by Farooq Momin. Very unlike Farooq Momin. He's someone who is very miser when it comes to be given runs freely. He has been a bit expensive. He's not a happy man. Clearly, you can see. I think he just needs to calm down. Yeah, he's still going on with it. That's the last thing you would want to do as a bowler, really, to get your focus out of the way. Look at this. He's fuming. He's in a rush. Yeah, I mean, whatsoever is going out there in the center, umpire just needs to ask the players to get on with it. And it's just not the right approach from these cricketers. Right then, flicked away very nicely by Raheel Ali. That's the right approach. I mean, this is exactly what I was mentioning. I mean, if he just decides to now take singles and doubles, he will end up somewhere around 80, 85 in 16th, 17th over. And Mohammad Irfan has decided that, right, I've got my eye in the middle, I've adapted to the surface, and I don't really see any demons as of such. So if it's in my zone, if it's slightly even fuller, I'm just going to go hard at the bowlers. Cut away, but straight to Zia Mukhtar, who's now being brought into the circle. Chopped an easy chance, I would say, and that is what made this man on the screen pretty upset after that catch was being put down. He's done well, really. I mean, he was smashed for a maximum on the very first delivery, and then he's only given one run. So this is an exceptional comeback. He just needs to bowl one more good delivery, which he does. It's only a single to close out an excellent over, and he's done for the evening. It's 120 for 2. So far, he's been on the expensive side. Umaid is found difficult to find the right lens. Oh, that's a very good delivery. And Kamalata, he heard something. He's asking the question, but you could see that Umaid, he did not appeal at all. And that's what Kamran, he was indicating to Umaid that why didn't you go for the appeal? Because he heard something behind the stumps. Now it's all happening out there, and that was expected when two giants collide against each other. This is a high octane game. It's the clash of the two heavyweights, and so far we've already seen a lot of excitement. We've seen plenty of boundary sixes galore, a few catches being put down, a bit of banter, healthy banter, I would say. He's pulled this away nicely. And a ball will trickle away towards the boundary. So, yet again, the fielding is letting them down. Opting to bang in short, and Irfan, good swivel of his bat. Yeah, maybe he could have just put in the hard dive. But nonetheless, another boundary to his name. Mohammad Irfan is batting beautifully. So, that role which he's been assigned to come and bat in the middle order so far is paid off in his favor. He's doing a fine job for his team, and it's raced on to 29. Yeah, this is good. This is one thing which has been missing so far in this innings. I mean, talking about Umaid, he should have learned his lessons. Even in the first game, every time he looked to bowl too quick, that's why he loses his right trajectories. Now every time he looks to roll his fingers over and takes all the pace off the ball, that's where he makes it difficult for the batters. Yeah, there you go. Once again, he's opted to bang in short, but yet again the roll of the fingers coming into play. So he needs to understand it's that kind of a wicket where the batters are looking for the pace to come onto the bat. Every time he's looked to slow down and opt to bowl those variations. I think he's found success more often than not. So good last over from Farooq Momin. That's a good comeback by Umaid. Just needs to continue bowling in those good areas. Now this has been smoked out of the ground for another maximum. Yeah, surely one man, he's not listening to me. Raheel Ali, he goes bang, and that is a massive hit. It's a monstrous hit. He's not a very tall or very heavily built in stature, Raheel Ali, but surely he can pack a punch. And all the sixes we have seen come out of his blade, they've been humongous. Thick outside edge. And the fortune favouring the brave. Races on to 77. He is now just 27 runs shy to be getting his maiden 100. Yeah, such a fearless and a courageous cricketer. But yet again, it has been an off day for Umaid. Expensive over come to the end. It's 135 for 2. Now this is a very interesting move. They've opted to bring Mohammad Nadeem, who's not really a big turner of the ball, against somebody who fancies his chances against spinners. He's going to bring the ball in towards Mohammad Irfan, and he loves playing towards the deep mid wicket. That's a cutaway straight to Zia Mukhtar. The ball is certainly chasing and following Zia Mukhtar. He's a bit ginger out there in the center. Cut away again to Zia Mukhtar. He's in the limelight. always have a story or two to mention. All-rounder as well. I would call him an all-rounder. I've seen him bat as well. He can come in the latter part of the innings and score some quick runs for your team. So Mohammad Nadeem, I think he has been the pick of the bowlers. Very experienced. I mean, he's lived most of his life in this part of the UAE. Mohammad Nadeem, and I would say it's his home ground. He's played so much cricket in this very ground, so he knows this wicket inside out. Has played plenty of matches on this surface. He's someone who really enjoys his cricket. You can see that he's in no pressure whatsoever. And this is what happens when there's a lot of dot deliveries coming in. We've seen not many boundaries have been scored from the last 2 to 3 overs. And that's where you make the batters do something different. So just have a feeling something got to give. Flicked away straight towards the final fielder. And only a single to close out. A quiet over by Nadeem. It's 138 for 2. Pulling things back very nicely at the moment. Our Abu Dhabi Smashers. They were going along really well. 7 districts. They do have the runs on the board, but the last 3 to 4 overs have been quiet. Now this has been cut away nicely, but only for a single. They've now somehow managed to keep Mohammad Irfan quiet. You could see the urgency coming in the last over. We tried to reverse switch hit Mohammad Nadeem and didn't find much success. At one stage it did look like they're gonna reach somewhere around even 210, 220, but now I think Abu Dhabi Smashers, they've got a real chance to restrict them even below 200. The way they're bowling, Yunus Dawar, he's got one more over after this. He's been the pick of the bowlers. He's done exceptionally well. Mohammad Nadeem, he has hardly given any boundary. He's got one over. And if ever so they pick up a wicket at this stage, it becomes even more difficult. Forget about this one. It's gone like a tracer bullet. Raheel Ali is batting on a different planet altogether. That is such a tough shot really to play. And Raheel Ali has hammered this for a maximum. Yunus Dawar needs to understand bowling anything in those areas, anything fuller. Raheel Ali, he's going to make you pay. 16 more required for a well-deserved 100. That's exactly what I was mentioning. If he stays out there, he has a bright chance of reaching his 100. Once again, it's high. It's long. Forget about this one. That's not coming back. Out of the park. Take that. This is absolutely sensational hitting. And he's unleashed his beast mode here, Raheel Ali. He's not interested to take the singles and doubles, because if he's on song, if he's in this kind of a mood, then this is what he does. He will make you pay. And surely we're going to have a new ball replacement. It just looks like that they have somehow managed to retrieve the ball which went into the orbit. That was a brutal shot. It was just complete brute force by Raheel Ali, who's now stepped into his 90s. Take outside edge. Will find the fielder. They're coming back for the second. Wild throw. Really a good throw was required. He's batting in his 90s. Mind you, came out to open. It just shows the levels of his fitness. You can see that he's still fit. He's up and running. There's no signs of him getting tired. Shows the hard work being put behind the scenes. Whacks it towards the cow corner. It's another single to his name. Inching closer to a well-deserved 100. And inching close to a big total. 7 districts. Only 2 wickets have been fallen, and I think it is themselves who've got to be blamed, because I've seen them dropping quite a few easy catches, especially in Zia Mukhtar's overs. 3 catches were being put down in the initial power play, and then of course Zia Mukhtar himself dropping an easy catch. Oh, that's been pulled away very nicely, and it's gone towards the boundary in no time. This is a glorious stroke yet again. It's been belted hard. And Mohammad Irfan is someone you cannot be just consistently keep on bowling short stuff. So runs coming thick and fast from both the ends. It's 158 for 2 after 16. Right then, this is going to be very interesting because Nadeem, yes, he has bowled exceptionally well. He's been economical, picked up an important wicket, but he's been asked to bowl the 17th over, and I don't think both the batters will now hold back. Oh, this is high up in the air. Is this a chance? Oh, what have you done, Raheel Ali? He would be kicking himself. He needed only 7 runs to reach his 100 in the first game of this tournament. And look at what he's done. He's thrown away his wicket. And he would be absolutely gutted with himself. But nonetheless, what a terrific knock. 93 in just 46 deliveries with a very healthy strike rate has put his team into a commanding position. It's 158 for 3. Rishad Khan is someone who wouldn't take much of a time in the middle. He will straight away get on with the business, and that is to just go out and express himself. He's someone who can really pack a punch, get his team a quick 5 25-30, and that's the reason he's been sent pretty early in the contest. You do see him come and bat at number 7, number 8 position, but today he's been given and assigned a new role. This is high up in the air once again. It's not from the middle of the bat, but lucky as Mohammad Irfan, that could have gone anywhere, but falling in the vacant area. So really hats off to Mohammad Nadeem. I mean, he's bowling in the 17th over where we saw Raheel. He was well set, batting in his 90s. Mohammad Irfan is batting very nicely. Now that's going to go towards the boundary. So Mohammad Nadeem just missing a trick or two, trying to dart onto the pads of Irfan, but there was an element of risk. It's that kind of a wicket where the ball will pitch and skid. You don't expect the ball to hold up into the surface. Talking about any other surfaces where these men play, such as now this is the aerial, gone. Mohammad Nadeem, what an evening he is having. He's picked up both the set batters in his last over, and I think we need to give some credit to Kamran Atta, who kept this one over just for this, and he's provided that much needed impetus, getting 2 wickets, and that too of the 2 set batters. It's 165 for 4. That's a dream spell for Mohammad Nadeem, playing in his home ground. Has really brought his team back in the contest. I mean, for at one time it really looked like that they will surpass 210. They could even now, but the way they're bowling, it's not going to be easy because there's 2 new batters at the crease. Nadeem is done for the evening. Exceptional performance. Umaid didn't have the best of outing so far in this innings. But this could be a great opportunity for him to bounce back, because there's 2 new batters at the crease. All he needs to do is just ensure he gets the variations going in his favor, because as a batter, when you come out to bat in these situations where there's hardly any overs left, you're always looking for pace. You're expecting the ball to come quick at you. This is where you need to be a little smart in your approach. Yeah, he's done well. That's a good delivery, but somehow he's pierced the 2 fielders and he's managed to get a boundary. Yeah, it's one of those days you bowl a good delivery and even that goes for a boundary. Somehow just managing to bisect the two fielders. And it's a lightning quick outfield. Once you place it into the gap, you do get value for your shots. Swing and a miss. It's a dot delivery. Seven Districts, they need to realize and understand that even Abu Dhabi Smashers, they've got some quality batters in their lineup. And they do bat deep as well. It's that kind of a wicket where there's not much to offer for the bowlers. And also the dew has formed. So it's not going to be all that easy for Seven Districts. So for that, they need to make sure they go on to score and surpass the 200 mark, which is quite possible. Still 14 more deliveries to go, and 28 is what is needed in the modern era these days. That's not a big score or a big demand. Aftab Javed, another handy batting all-rounder, has come out in a situation where he doesn't have any time whatsoever. Irshad has already played 4 deliveries, and he was sent a bit early. The reason, of course, was to just go out and blast the bowling. That's what he does. That's his role in the team. He's a very useful bowler, and also he's a match winner. Excellent. That's a brilliant Yorker right in the block hole. Nothing much Irshad could have done, but the good news is that he will retain strike in the next over. It's 174 for 4. Zia Mukhtar, who was running out of luck in his first spell, will be bowling the penultimate over. Short delivery. It's been hit really hard towards the cow corner, and this is a good start to this over. And this is what he can do, Irshad. I mean, he's someone you wouldn't really expect to be scoring runs in every single game, but then he's a genuine match winner. Suppose out of 10 games, he would get you and win you those 3 to 4 games. And you need such players in your team. Hits it very hard this time towards the point range and finds the boundary. Already an expensive over, 10 runs in the first 2 deliveries. And Zia Mukhtar getting it all wrong first, bowling and banging it short with a lot of pace he offered. And now, again, a delivery which had pace on it. He needs to just take all the pace of the ball. Let him wait and hit. This is what he really wants you to do. Where is the slow bumper? Yeah, this is much more like it. At least you should be looking to ball according to your field. You've got a deep point position. You've got a deep square leg, a deep mid wicket. So, looking at this field, it just gives you a clear indication that the batter will look to bowl short at you. And towards the leg side when he's bowling from the far end, that's the longest part of this ground. So it's always very difficult to clear those 2 fielders and try to get a maximum. Just needs to bowl slightly slower and shorter. Just like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm mentioning. This is the delivery. Because Irshad is someone who's just waiting for the bowler to bowl with a lot of pace. But the moment you take the pace off the ball, it just becomes very difficult for the batter, because that's where he will use all his might and force and will try to hit it with power and will miscue. That was a thick, healthy outside edge. So now he's bowling according to his feel. This is much more like it is a very important couple of deliveries. This is high up in the air. And easy catch taken by Zain, but he's a very safe fielder. And there you go. The roll of the fingers never really arrived. If ever so, this delivery was bowled with a lot of pace. He could have really slashed this one or pulled it, or even the uppercut would have come into play. So realizing a bit late is Mukhtar, but has the last laugh. It's 185 for 5. Well, finally, Zia Mukhtar is able to pick up his first wicket of this contest. Pulled away, but there is protection in the deep. So after he was hammered for the first couple of deliveries, he's done well. End of over number 19. It's 186 for 5. Last over of this innings, Lahiru, I think all he needs to do is just be smart here. He needs to be sensible and just needs to take a single. That's it. Don't want to be trying to be the hero of the moment. He's pulled this away, and I think the ball will have enough legs. Yes, that's a good start to the over. So Lahiru is taking the charge. Maybe the instructions from Irshad would be to just swing your bat hard. But my assumption is that every time you know that there's a batter on the other end who's going berserk, and if it's the last over, on the other end, Lahiru or any batter should take a single, because if ever so you try to hit the ball, and if it's a dot and the next ball you get out, so you're wasting 2 deliveries. Yeah, that's exactly what I was mentioning. So Irshad, I think he's just instructed Lahiru, go for it. He's a very handy batter as well, Lahiru. But the thing is that he's just walked in the middle. So, of course, you need a bit of time to get your eye in the middle, adapt to the surface. So, if ever so, he could have taken a single. That would have brought Irshad early in the contest. Even the first shot wasn't all that convincing. So, what could have been a big over so far has been a quiet one, because Lahiru is the one who's trying to play the big shots. That's the point I was trying to make. And I don't think Yunus is going to offer any pace. He's wanting him to go for a big shot and swing his bat. Now this is high up in the air. And lucky escape. Oh, in fact, they're coming back for the second. 192 on the board. It is that kind of a surface where even 200 could be chased. We saw early on SCR Soft, they were almost on the verge of chasing 210. They managed to score 200. They lost only by 10 runs. Oh, he's going for it. Lahir was ball watching. Oh, Yunus Dawar, what have you done? He was just 5 meters away from the stumps, and he had all the 3 stumps to aim at. What should have been only a run coming in the form of a wide is now turned into 3. So just 5 more runs to get to that magical number of 200. Irshad stranded on the other end, not getting strike in this last over. Lahiru crashes it nicely towards the coverage, and then he gets the boundary. So in the end, it's turning out to be a useful over. 199 on the board, clearing his front leg out of the way, and has hammered this along the carpet to get important, vital 4 runs for his team. Can he get another boundary or a maximum? Let's get to that 200 figure, the magical number which always psychologically plays in the mind of the opponents, that you have to chase more than 200. Last delivery of this innings. This is high up in the air. And who is it? It's Yayan Kiran Rai, I believe. He's one of the safest fielders. So they're not going to achieve the magical number of 200. And finally, Yunus Dawar has picked up a wicket after he was proven to be quite costly. Yeah, it has been a good batting performance. Of course, it was a very good start by Farman Ali and Raheel Ali. Those 2 batters just laying the foundation, laying the platform. Saeed Haidarwasi Shah, of course, he missed out this evening. Talking about Mohammad Irfan, what a tremendous knock he played. 43 in just 30, and I think Raheel, he just missed out to his 100. Just played a rash shot. He had plenty of overs to achieve. So 9 sixes to his name with a healthy strike rate. And then the onslaught coming in the end of the innings. Nadeem 3 wickets to his name. Farooq Moment and Yunus also chipping in with 1 wicket. 11 extra, that's something which they would want to have a check on in the next game. Right then, we're just going to dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set for the run chase. Stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. Second innings. It's going to be underway in a few seconds. Do have the runs on the board. 199 is what they've scored. This is going to be a fascinating run chase, of course. Yai and Kiran Rai, another very talented right-handed stylish batter. And this man on the screen, Kamran Lata, the captain. Very different to his partner on the other end. What a beautiful picturesque ground here in Abu Dhabi. We're in the Tolerance Oval. And that's the field set up at the moment. Still setting up though. We'll just have to see where the two fielders are outside the 30-yard circle. So they have a deep square leg in position. I'm just trying to figure out where's the second field. Yeah, I think they have a deep third man as well. So it's not going to be easy because this man on the screen, Awais Ahmed, he's a master when it comes to be bowling